Dai, così. Così perfetto. Certo fa, sì, qua lei. Poi c'è contatto col giocatore. Poi c'è contatto col giocatore quando... Il cazzo sempre che piace, perché non si sente uguale.
Hello and a very warm welcome from Cagliari for the second edition of the Sardegna Open. A new tournament here, one of two 250 events happening on the ATP Tour this week. And we are here at the Cagliari Tennis Club on this beautiful Mediterranean island. 16, 17 degrees and beautiful warm conditions to mark the start of the European clay court season. You're very welcome. Chris Dennis with you for this opening match. And it is Guido Pella, the clay court specialist from Argentina, up against Egor Gerasimov, the tall Belarusian, who's been in great form over the last few weeks. Guido Pella, who's played very, very little tennis in the last few months, sadly was diagnosed with Morton's neuroma last year, which is a nerve damage condition. Usually affects the foot between the third and fourth toes and makes it very, very painful to play. So he essentially signed off his season in 2020 on doctor's advice and really wasn't sure whether he'd be able to come back to the tour at all, but he has, and this is only his fourth match in 2021. Alessandro Germani is the umpire for this opening match here on the first day. Dan Evans is our top seed here in Cagliari this week. He'll be making his way back from Miami, possibly as we speak, and he'll be in action, we expect, on Thursday. Let's just listen in. Alessandro Germani just explaining the important towels, which towels belong to which player. Gerasimov won the toss, it appears, and has elected to serve. So nice to see the red clay, the red dirt, for the first time in 2021. This is the start of the European clay court season, with another event, another 250 event happening in Marbella this week. And of course, leading up to the French Open at the end of May, with fingers crossed that everything will be okay to go ahead. We are down on the south of the island of Sardinia, and here is the draw. There is the bottom half of the draw. Mentioned Dan Evans as the top seed at the top of the draw. Taylor Fritz is seeded 2 here this week, and Guido Pella, the Argentine, seeded 7, and the winner of this match will play either Aliaj Bedene or Giulio Zeppieri, who will be in action later on this centre court, Campo Centrale. As you can see, beautiful conditions there, and just in the distance there you can see the Castello, medieval walled city of Sardinia, and the modern church there just to the left of picture, the Chiesa de Santi Martiri Giorgio e Caterina, which will be a bit of a backdrop for us this week. So good to see Guido Pella back on the tour, seeded 7 here this week. 30 years old now, ranked just inside the top 50 from Buenos Aires. Left-hander, of course. And there is his trajectory of his rankings over the last few years. A career high of actually 20 a few years ago. but with his injury problems, has gone down to just inside the top 50. 6 foot tall, just the one win this year. Beat Nishioka in the ATP Cup at the start of the year down in Australia. The one career title to his name was in Sao Paulo on the clay, 2019. He's reached 5 tour finals in total. Sadly lost 4 of them, all of them on clay. So a bit of a question mark, you have to say, in terms of Guido Pella this week. Certainly not match fit, that's for sure. Hasn't had many matches behind him. He will have been practicing, I'm sure, on this court over the last couple of days or so. But he's up against today a man who's played quite a bit of tennis so far in 2021 and has had some good success. The tall Belarusian, Egor Gerasimov. Really good-looking player, had that great win over Andy Murray in Montpellier just a few weeks ago, reached the semi-final there. That very much the standout results of 2021 for Gerasimov. 28 years old, ranked at 80. About a year ago was at his career high of 65. Born and lives in Minsk, the capital of Belarus. 6'5", so a 5-inch advantage over his opponent for this opening match today. 7-7 for the year. Went out in Dubai in the first round to the eventual winner, Karatsev. Still awaiting his first tour level title. Made the final in Pune last year. That's his only ATP tour level final of his career to date. But he's starting to raise a few eyebrows, certainly on the tour, and is a very, very competent performer. Big serve, crunching ground strokes on both flanks, so plenty for Pella to watch out for here today in Sardinia. It's the first meeting between these two. They did they will know all about each other, particularly Pella, who's as I say, been pretty inactive, although I'd say that with the pandemic, of course, and COVID-19 having completely disrupted the calendar over the last 12 months, it probably wasn't a bad time to be sitting out with that foot complaint. Bright conditions here, beautiful sunshine, a little bit of a breeze. We are on the south coast of this lovely Mediterranean island. Sits just below Corsica, belongs to Italy, of course. This is the very attractive Cagliari Tennis Club. We're behind closed doors, as we have been for almost all of the tournaments so far this year because of the COVID pandemic. This centre court would normally hold just over 5,000 spectators, but sadly, we'll have to wait until next year before they're allowed back in. So our first match here in Sardinia, in Cagliari this week, the ATP 250 event, the second edition of the Sardinian Open, and it is Egor Gerasimov to get us underway. Top of picture, Guido Pella from Argentina to receive.
Quindici, 0, 15 love.
Pella, of course, a natural clay courter, has had all his success on the red dirt. feels most at home on this surface. But Gerasimov, a little more of an unknown quantity on the clay. And of course, the transition from the hard courts over the last few months to the clay. Always a little bit of a test for players to get their eye on different surface, different ball bounce.
40-15.
And different movement, of course, as well.
(40-30). 40-30. Gerasimov.
Nice piece of wrong footing, going back behind by Gerasimov to get himself on the board nice and early here in this opening match. He's had a few weeks off as well. Didn't go to Miami. So his last match was in Dubai a couple of weeks or so ago. But he's a formidable character, as Andy Murray found out when they met in Montpellier. He went on to beat Aliège Bedene, who's also here this week in Cagliari. Davidovich for Kina, that was a memorable match before he lost to David Goffin, eventually in the semi-final there in Montpellier.
Al servizio, Guido Pella. Quindici 0. 15 love. (30-0). 30 love.
Confident start there, taking the drive volley on the full. Very, very experienced player, Guido Pella.
(30-15). 30-15.
Gerasimov will know that there's a real opportunity here to capitalise on Pella's lack of match court time.
Pari. 30 all.
Already a little bit of early pressure on the Pella serve. just away, just putting that inside in forehand.
30-40.
And the first breakpoint opportunity of this opening set goes the way of the Belarusian. Opportunity not taken.
Parità. Deuce.
He's a battler, Pella, as we saw in 2019, which must to him feel a long time ago, but he had that wonderful year. Quarter-final of Wimbledon, his first ever appearance in a Grand Slam quarter-final. That was a terrific fortnight for him. That's good angle, good off forehand, probing deep from Gerasimov. Settled well here on the new surface for him. Second break point. There it is.
Gerasimov.
An early breakthrough for Gerasimov.
Gerasimov conduce 2-0. 2 games to love.
Well, perfect start here for Gerasimov, probing away and taking his opportunity at the second attempt. And Pella, just the lack of match time on the court could be crucial here.
Zero. 15 love. Zero. 30 love.
Pella was 3-6 on clay in the calendar year of 2020. So just the 9 matches played on this surface, and he won just 3 of them. That's terrific, hitting really nicely through the ball there, cross court.
30-15.
Double-fisted backhand from the left-hander. That's more like the Pella we've come to admire over the years. Terrific racket head speed.
30 pari, 30 all.
It's a shame because the return from Pella was terrifically deep.
40-30.
Got Gerasimov
30.
all tucked up there. And that was a poor error with the volley. Just didn't get his racket into position there, and it was wild and wide. That was a chance.
Parità. Deuce.
Second double fault already for Gerasimov.
Vantaggio Pella.
Pella, you will know, will stick around and make life difficult for you as an opponent. And here he has a chance to retrieve the break. Pella strikes back at the first opportunity. So a break apiece, back on serve here in this opening set. Our opening match here in Cagliari. And it is Gerasimov who leads here. First set by 2-1. Well, both players setting out their stall, but keeping an extra special eye on Pella.
Right. Yes.
It's just in conversation with umpire Germani.
No, but it's fine. I'm checking this. You start bouncing at 12. You plenty of time.
It's a common theme this season. Just checking the clock shot.
That's what I wanted to tell you. The only time you went there and he was serving.
Good to see communication though between the players and the umpire on that, because sometimes the players.
We don't wait for the towel anymore. You know this.
Yeah. So the shot clock starts at the time when the umpire calls the score.
That's fine. That's fine.
And it has to include the time required to go and get the towel.
That's what they want. That's what they want.
So early stages of this opening match here in Cagliari, Sardinia, the second edition only of this tournament. It's a new tournament, first held in October last year, granted a special license and another one-off license to be held this week here in early April. Last year's winner, Laszlo Rigieri, defending champion, is next on this court, up against Federico Gaio, the Italian. Beautifully done. Pella using all his experience there, the first drop shot of this opening set,
15 love.
and played to perfection. His natural, instinctive feel for the ball on the clay, like so many Argentines who've come and gone before him, is exceptional.
Zero. 30 love.
Just feeling his way into this match. Pella. Bit of a shank there from Pella.
30, 15. 30, 15.
Director taking a keen eye on his feet, and if you're just wondering why that is, it's because of this foot complaint that he's had, kept him out for much of last season. Once again, the volley goes wayward. Good return from Gerasimov.
30 all. Quaranta, 30. 40, 30.
That's better. Two good, crisp volleys there, and Pella very much back in this opening set. Having trailed love 2, he's reeled off 2 successive games here, including the retrieval of the break, and having missed a couple of regulation volleys, he'll be feeling a lot better about those last 2. So all square.
Late, first service. Zero. 15 love.
Well, the game plan appears to be, from Gerasimov's point of view, to target the Pella backhand. And it has broken down a couple of times already in this set.
Late. First service. 30-0. 30 love.
Oh, vicious. Good lob though there from
15.
Pella.
30-15.
First drop shot of the opening set from Gerasimov, and that was a great lob which got his man turning. It's the backhand once again.
40-15. 40-15.
Well, the overhead wasn't convincing. Didn't get a clean hit on it.
40-30. 40-30.
And Pella rather fortunate there because that wasn't the best of lobs at all. Well, it's decent defence from Pella, but really aggressive play from the Belarusian Gerasimov, who edges ahead again in this opening set. We've had an exchange of breaks early on. Back on serve here in this opening set. Gerasimov leading 3-2. So Gerasimov, who's closing in on 500 aces for his career. Still only 28 years old. His last two matches, by coincidence, have ended in defeat to Russian players. Karatsev in Dubai the last time he was in action, and then Medvedev saw that match in Marseille a couple of weeks before. Russians, of course, having a terrific 2020 and 2021 with Andrei Rublev as well, and Medvedev now established as the world number 2. Awaiting the return of Rafael Nadal, of course, to the tour. So both these players just easing their way into this opening match here in Cagliari. Good to see Guido Pella back on the match court. It was just over a year ago, and he was advised by doctors after the Australian Open, in fact, in 2020, when he reached the third round for the first time, that he was advised by doctors to take a complete break from the tour because of this condition known as Morton's neuroma, which is a nervous condition that affects the foot. Really troublesome stabbing pain. But Pella
15-0, 15 love.
Was determined to carry on playing and actually went back to South America and played the Golden Swing in Buenos Aires, his hometown, and then on to Rio, losing in the opening round in both those tournaments. So eventually accepted he needed to take some rest.
30-0.
So missed late February to late August, as indeed most of the players on the tour did. Gerasimov just questioning the mark here. Umpire Germani down from the chair for the first time. Of course, we've been having
30 love.
line judges on court in the hard court season indoors in the last few weeks, so nice to be outside, nice to be on the red stuff. That's a wicked forehand, terrific penetration there down the line.
30-15.
Took the ball super early. Just long from Pella. So in summary, really, Pella has played precious little tennis, and combination of COVID and this foot problem means that he's only played 20 matches since the end of 2019 and only 3 in this calendar year. That's terrific.
40-30. 40-30.
Touch and feel of the left-hander, just opening up the shoulders. Perfect width.
Parità. You.
First double fault for the Argentine.
Vantaggio Gerasimov.
So the pendulum appears to be swinging back towards the Belarusian, who got that early break, remember, and was broken straight back. Can he re-establish his advantage here? It's terrific play from Pella, probing away, finding the corners beautifully, particularly with the forehand.
Parità. You.
Fending off a break point.
Vantaggio Pella.
Good response, fending off another break point here, Pella. And with half an hour, just gone half an hour on the match clock, we are tied at 3-3 here. And Pella in particular, just starting to warm to the task, and I'm sure delighted to feel the familiar feeling of clay beneath his feet. Never more at home than on this surface.
Quindici, 0. 15 love. Quindici, pari. 15 all. Quindici, 30. 15, 30.
Pella just going through the gears here and just
15,
increasing the
40.
pressure on the Gerasimov serve, and
15, 40.
now has two golden opportunities to get his nose in front for the first time in this opening set.
Trenta, 40. 30, 40.
It's a pretty breezy day here in Cagliari. Probably hear the wind whipping up on the courtside microphones.
Parità. You.
That was a big serve on a big point from Gerasimov. 2 break points saved. Bullying his way through to that point, Pella. He is so difficult to shift.
Vantaggio, Pella.
And he's on top in a rally, particularly the forehand, the angles he creates with that left-handed forehand coming from a different angle Gerasimov is used to. So a third chance here.
Parità.
Just away, and he'll be disappointed and frustrated with that because he nullified the serve and got himself into the rally.
Vantaggio Pella.
Well, opportunity knocking here for the Argentine. This is breakpoint number 4 in this game. This has to be his moment, you feel, in this pivotal 7th game.
Parità. You.
Gerasimov has this super powerful serve, such a big weapon to bring out on the big points.
Vantaggio Gerasimov.
He just can't put him away here.
Use.
7th game of a set, so often described as the pivotal one, and this feels like it's one of those games. 4 break points have come and gone so far for Pella. And here comes another one. Pella, the inside-in forehand again, doing the damage.
Pella.
And it's the Pella forehand that is dictating so many of these points at the moment. For all of Gerasimov's power, he's finding some brilliant angles. There it is at the 5th attempt, and Pella breaks through. And having been a breakdown in this opening set, it's the Argentine now who is a break up, leading here 4-3. Well, what a response there from Pella.
2-2, che qua è calmo. Grazie.
Well, he must be just delighted to be back playing and apparently moving well and pain-free. This shooting and stabbing pain in the foot, which is just really debilitating for anybody who's experienced it, and it's, of course, for a tennis player, particularly difficult. Usually affects the area between the 3rd and 4th toes on the foot, and it's due to nerve damage that's obviously been caused over, in Pella's case, over many, many years of playing on the tour. But he's had some treatment, and we believe is playing pain-free. So advantage Pella then in this opening match, opening set of this week in Cagliari. Still plenty of tennis to come. We've got 7 Italians here. Great representation from the home nation here. The 2 Lorenzos, Sonego and Musetti, are both here this week, as is Laszlo Geri, the defending champion from last year. But it's Pella here who has the advantage in this opening match.
Low 15.
Well, as impressive as the Pella forehand has been, it's the backhand that has broken down and cost him too many points for his liking, I'm sure, so far. Coach Jose Acasuso.
15 pari, 15 all. Trenta, 15.
The Gerasimov radar has just gone a little bit awry in the last couple of games, and that's all credit to Pella, who's starting to put his opponent under some pressure.
Trenta pari, 30 all.
It's too good. It's been immaculate, the forehand from Pella.
40-30. 40-30. Parità. You.
Oh, he has to be careful here, Pella. He'd done all the hard work and getting the break ahead again, and Gerasimov is not going away here, and a chance to level again.
Grazie.
Disappointing from Gerasimov. He had a second serve to have a look at there. Pella looking to hang on to his advantage here. Just pulling the trigger, just got the sense that Gerasimov was running out of patience there.
Vantaggio, Pella.
Pella, of course, can go all day. He's quite happy to go toe-to-toe from the baseline for as long as it takes to win the point. Well, it's right on the line, and Pella just giving it a quizzical eye there,
Parita.
accepting that it was just a good length from Gerasimov that set up this forehand winner, which was also beautifully placed. So game point for a 5-3 lead is delayed at least by Gerasimov. Oh, well played, good defense from Gerasimov, soaking up some real pressure there from Pella.
Gerasimov.
And his reward is a second break back point here. Still very much in this opening set, the Belarusian. Oh, he's missed it.
Gerasimov.
It was the right shot. It was just poor execution. And Gerasimov strikes again. And we have a fourth break of serve in this opening set. It's 2 apiece. And we are back on serve at 4 games all. That was a gift, really. It was the right shot. Gerasimov was way, way back. Just needed to find the court, and it would have been a winning point.
Zero, 15, low 15. Quindici pari. 15 all. Trenta, 15. Third C, 15.
That's a good response from Gerasimov. He could easily have found himself 5-3 down in this opening set. Oh, wonderful. That's the drop shot he needed in the previous game when he was broken back. Pella.
30 pari.
But he nails it this time. And the bells from the church, which is overlooking the court, sounding for midday local time here in Cagliari. Well, all credit to Pella here. The shoulders haven't slumped after surrendering that advantage he had. Broken back in the previous game, remember. And remarkably, we have another breakpoint opportunity here.
parità.
C'è un momento,
You.
lo lascia, non tiro más.
Oh, well played. Good hands from Gerasimov.
Vantaggio Gerasimov.
Decent court coverage from Pella, who was onto that drop shot really smartly. This is a tight first set, there's no doubt about it. Good acceleration.
Gerasimov.
It's long, and Gerasimov, who could have been 3-5 down, remember, and perhaps serving to stay in the set, now leads by 5 games to 4.
Puoi prendere da lui questo. Dai, uno a lui. Ah, due, ok, 2 metti di qua e 2 a lui. Grazie. Dallo proprio a lui, per favore. Grazie.
Well, we hope you're enjoying the tennis. We hope you're enjoying the soundtrack as well. The church bells, rather nice, from the church that's overlooking this this court, and of course the bird life as well. Very close to the sea here on the south coast of Sardinia, this beautiful island in the middle of the Mediterranean. Lovely conditions here so far today, 17 degrees or so. A little bit of a wind, which is whipping up on the courtside microphones. But, Guido Pella here in what is only his 4th match of 2021 after this foot problem we've been talking about will be perhaps ruining his missed opportunities here. Will come out and serve to stay in this opening set.
Fine.
So the number 7 seed, Guido Pella, serving to stay in what has been a topsy-turvy opening set. Oh no.
0-15. Low 15.
Yeah, it's through, threaded through the eye of a needle there. Great hands from Gerasimov.
0-30.
And now real pressure mounting here
30.
on the number 7 seed, Guido Pella. Just a flick of the wrist as he made that passing shot.
.40. Low 40.
3 golden opportunities here then for Egor Gerasimov to finally put this first set to bed. Approaching an hour on the match clock. It's long.
Partita, Gerasimov.
And Gerasimov seals this first set. Topsy-turvy tennis here in Sardinia. Gerasimov went to break up, then a break down, but he's struck back for the third time in this opening set and taken it by 6 games to 4. Well played to Egor Gerasimov, and Guido Pella will be kicking himself there. He had the opportunity to remember. Neither player really serving particularly well in terms of first serve percentage, just over half, but Gerasimov making it count when he did land his first serve. 67, 2/3 of his serves produced a point when he landed that first serve. Only 45% to Pella. 5 breaks of serve, 3 of them in the end going the way of the tall Belarusian. And just perhaps further evidence of the lack of match practice there from Guido Pella, who's going to have to come from behind the number 7 seed if he's to come through and make the second round here in Cagliari. So advantage to Gerasimov, who is 7-7 for the year and has had some great success and played, well, at least twice as much tennis as Guido Pella. Only his 4th match. He didn't play badly. The forehand in particular was causing Gerasimov some problems, but it was the backhand that tended to break down. And just think back to that missed drop shot when he could have gone 5-3 up. He was a break up, remember. Just couldn't convert, and Gerasimov struck back again to draw level, and then eventually got the all-important 5th break of serve. A new tournament here in Sardinia, but a really well-organised one, and well, just further evidence of the growing importance of Italian tennis. The players, of course, on the men's side going really well. We've also got, of course, the Rome Masters coming up. And we have the Next Gen finals, of course, which are firmly established in Milan, and now the World Tour finals, having moved from London to Turin. So this is now the 4th major tournament on Italian soil in the men's calendar. And it seems fitting, doesn't it, with the Italian men going so well. We have 10 Italians now inside the top 100.
Grazie.
And we have several of them here this week in Sardinia. 7 have made the main draw so far already.
Time.
Possibly 8 if Matteo Viola comes through qualifying. He's in action later on over on court 14. But here on Campo Centrale, it is a Belarusian, Egor Gerasimov, who put out Andy Murray, remember,
Gerasimov.
in Montpellier a few weeks ago. Who is a set to the good.
Zero, 15, low 15. Late, first service. Zero, 30.
Well, Pella, with all his experience, looking for an early opportunity here to get a foothold back in this match.
Late, first service. Long, long. Quindici, 30, 15-30.
That was a chance. Once again, it's the backhand
30 pari,
that has produced the error.
30 all. Quaranta, 30. 40-30. Gioco, Gerasimov.
Well played, Gerasimov, recovering from love 30 down
Primo
to
gioco, seconda partita. First
get
game, second set.
an important hold at the start of this second set to back up that absorbing first set, which went one way then the other and then back again. It'll need all of the experience of Guido Pella from here to come back, but he's more than capable. Just a question mark of really how little time he's had on the match court. But as so often happens, it's just come down to one or two important points. The missed drop shot springs to mind, one or two backhands that have just gone against him, Pella. But this would be a big win for Gerasimov, particularly on this surface, against a really experienced clay courter.
Quindici, 0. 15 love. Hot. 30-0. 30 love. Late second service. Trenta 15. 30-15. Pari, 30 all.
Has to be careful here, Pella. Good body language from Gerasimov. He senses this may be an opportunity here at 30 all.
Trenta 40.
Well, it is.
30-40.
His man is here for the taking. Well, Gerasimov goes from strength to strength, and Pella is looking a rather dejected figure here. A set and a breakdown to this man, and he'll take some shifting from here. Just another unforced error, this time a rare one on the forehand side. So an early breakthrough for Gerasimov, who's looking good here.
Quindici 0, 15 love. Trenta 0, 30 love.
Well, it's one-way traffic at the moment. Pella, remember, had love 30, didn't he, on the Gerasimov serve right at the start of this second set.
Wait, please.
That's better.
30, 15, 30, 15.
Short take back from Pella.
Quaranta 15. 40, 15. Quaranta 30. 40, 30.
Gerasimov.
Once again, it's the drop shot that is letting him down, Pella. And that is an important hold for Gerasimov, backing up the break of serve and taking control of this match, leading by a set and a break, 3-love. Well, he's really come of age in the last couple of years as Gerasimov. Finally qualified for a Grand Slam in 2019 at the 14th attempt at the US Open. Did well there. Beat Lloyd Harris in the first round before going out to Diego Schwartzman. But he played beautifully in Montpellier. Lots of people wondering why Andy Murray would lose to a player ranked so far down in the rankings. Well, Murray was very quick to pay a real tribute to Gerasimov after that defeat. And it was no fluke, because he then went on to beat the likes of Bedene and Davidovich Fokina. Took a set off Goffin, the eventual winner in Montpellier. So impressive play so far from Gerasimov on a surface which is not his favoured. Not a natural clay court player, playing against one of the most experienced on the tour, Guido Pella, but a man who's been short of matches through a foot problem that plagued most of last year. He's going to have to come from a set and a breakdown here. And it's shots like that, just the timing just off, and this is an unforgiving surface, and if your timing is just off, then you'll be made to pay for it. It was quite badly off.
Love 30.
A double break here, you feel, would be terminal for the number 7 seed.
Quindici 30. 15-30.
That's better. It's been a while since he managed to execute the drop shot as he would have liked. Well, that's unfortunate, the net court playing a part there, but all credit to Gerasimov, whose defence was impressive there, scrapping away from the baseline. Just these small margins, just not going Pella's way today. This for a double break. And there it is. Gerasimov doubles his advantage in this second set. Has an iron-like grip on this match, you feel. Leading now by a set and 2 breaks. And surely, even for the experience of Guido Pella, this is a comeback too far.
15-0, 15 love. Trenta, 0, 30 love. Okay, that's all. No. 30-15, 30-15.
It's too easy. The accuracy, the unerring accuracy from Gerasimov, really just too good for Pella there. Starting to blow hard, and that's another sign of perhaps the match court fitness not being quite there.
Gioco, Gerasimov.
In the end, a comfortable hold here to back up the two breaks of serve, and Gerasimov almost there now in this opening match here in Cagliari, leading by a set and a double break, 5-love. Well, all credit to Gerasimov. If he's able to see this one out, he'll play the winner of Alias Bedne and Giulio Zeppieri, the Italian wildcard. They are last on the Campo Centrale on this opening day. Alias Bedne, of course, Slovenian-born, former British player, then reverting back to his native Slovenian nationality, will play Zeppieri. One result to bring you from one of the other courts, Campo number 14. Sumit Nagel has come through against Maxime Janvier in the final round of qualifying, 6-2, 6-1. So Sumit Nagel will take his place in the main draw proper. So a mountain to climb here in Cagliari for Guido Pella on his return to the tour. First match since the Australian Open back in February, but only his 4th of 2021, and well, he missed 6 months or so in 2020 with this foot problem. Serving here with the clouds just starting to roll in overhead. Serving here to stay in the match. That love 5 down.
Quindici, 0, 15 love. Trenta, 0, 30 love. Trenta, 15, 30, 15. 30 pari. 30 all.
Gerasimov could get the job done here on the Pella serve. It's clean as a whistle down the line. Double-fisted backhand. And what a way to bring up
40.
a first match point for the Belarusian. Just shy of an hour and a half on the match clock. Nicely done, cleanly dispatched, and an impeccable second set here from Egor Gerasimov against a match short Guido Pella. 6 breaks of serve in the end for Gerasimov, 3 in each set, and a very one-sided second set after a much more competitive opening set. But after an hour and 26 minutes, Gerasimov it is who's put out the number 7 seed here. 6-4, 6-love.
Match complete, centrale. Gerasimov 6-4, 6-love.
Well played to Gerasimov, who went up an early break, remember, in that opening set, but then was a break down and fought back well to draw level at 4-all. He could have gone 3-5 down, and Pella had his opportunity in that opening set, but it was one-way traffic in the second set. And Gerasimov books his place in the second round here in Cagliari in impressive fashion on a surface that is not his favoured. So let's look at the numbers for that match. Not much to choose between the two players in terms of first serve percentage, but once again, Gerasimov, as we saw in the first set, making much more of that first serve and landing 7 out of 10 points when he made the first serve. And Pella really just went from mediocre to even worse, sadly. The backhand broke down on numerous occasions, and the drop shot, when he tried to make it, wasn't always executed in the way he'd have liked, and well, he was only making barely 1 out of 3 points behind his second serve, and he was broken 3 times in each set. And on the key points, it was Gerasimov who had far too much for the number 7 seed, who, as we suspected, really just suffering from a lack of match court time and that foot injury that plagued him throughout 2020, perhaps still playing catch-up a little bit there. But Gerasimov, a worthy winner, a comfortable winner in the end, and into round 2. So there is the updated draw. This is the bottom half of the draw, remember, with Taylor Fritz, the number 2 seed here in Cagliari this week. Gerasimov then safely through to the last 16, and Bedene Zepieri will provide the opponent, and they are the last match on here on the opening day. Aliaj Bedene against the Italian wildcard Giulio Zepieri will be our 4th match. Taylor Fritz with a bye into the second round, as has Dan Evans, the top seed here this week. Top seed at an event for the first time in his career for the British player, British number 1. So 1 match down. We have 3 more matches to bring you here on the opening day in Cagliari. Our next matchup is another Italian, the wildcard Federico Gaio, against the defending champion Laszlo Djere. Let's just take a look at our order of play then for the opening day. Gaio against Djere to come in a few minutes' time. Then it's Tommy Paul, the number 8 seed from the USA, one of 2 Americans in the draw here, who's been playing some wonderful tennis over the last 18 months or so. He takes on the German number 3, Yannick Hanfmann. And then not before 5 o'clock local time, as we mentioned, Aliaj Bedene against Giulio Zepieri. And the winner of that match will play our winner of the first match. So, second match coming up very shortly. We'll take a pause and we'll be back with Ravi Uba and me, Chris Dennis, to take you through that second match. So, from Calgary for the moment.